Hey there guys, my name is Nixus and welcome back to the Beginner's Guide. This fantastic journey into a game developer's mind, and the mind of an artist, and the mind of basically anybody who's ever made anything ever. Let's get back to the mind-blowing craziness. It's a slow sort of mind blow. It's the kind of thing where your mind gets blown like, it's like watching one of the slow-mo guys sort of things. What's going on in here?
Let's talk about video game development for a second.
Okay.
Every video game runs on what's called an engine, which determines what the game can and cannot do. So in other words, the engine is a set of tools for game development.
Love talking about game design.
To make all of these games, Coda is using an engine called Source. Like all engines, Source has certain things that it does well, and it has certain things that it does poorly. One of the things that it does very well is boxy linear corridors. That's why so many of Coda's games are set in these large, flat, empty rooms, is just because he's working with what the engine does well.
Well, what goes in here?
The tools available to the creator shape what kinds of creative work they're going to end up making. You might consider paying attention to the architecture in Coda's games, to notice how they seem to stem from an engine that's very good at producing linear, boxy corridors.
This is true. Source was developed, I don't know if... I think Counter-Strike Source was the first game actually on the engine, but Half-Life 2 was like the big one that kind of showed off a real big single-player experience, and it was before open world games were kind of all the rage. So it was definitely built for that linear single player experience in mind. Oh. Looks like the bar has a little bit of a secret down here. Rick's Bar. Whoop. Yep. Wow. This is neat. Yep. Yeah, okay. What happens if I fall? Can I die in this game? Oh boy. Okay. I'm going to do my best. Knowing me, this is when I would start to muck things up, but I shall do my damnedest to survive. Yeah, I landed perfectly on that. One leg on either side. Ugh. There we go. What is going on? Coda, what is wrong with you? Or rather, what's wrong with the rest of us? What beauty have you found within your artistic mind that we can only begin to glimpse? There we go. And further down. Nice. Now I'm getting Mario Galaxy vibes. Yo, that might have been okay. I get the feeling I probably can't die, but, I'm not gonna risk it. I'm gonna do my best. Oh, almost went for a tumble there. Right over here. Yeah, let's go on this. Sweet. Interesting. I'll definitely be interested to see what the message behind this one is. I suppose part of it is coming up with your own message, your own idea for what it could mean, why someone would build this, but I also like knowing what the person who built it was hoping to achieve. It gives you context. It gives you... the thing about art is, it's... My sort of definition of art is something that someone put expression into with the intention of having someone who observes said art, I guess building their own conclusions, having their own emotional or intellectual reaction to it, I suppose. There are some things like people, there are pieces of art that are basically like paint thrown at a canvas or garbage cans that are stapled to a wall. And, art is Whoa. Got a heartbeat and some radios. You know, art is subjective. I can't be the only person to define art, but... Oh. But I do believe that art requires at least effort and thought and emotion behind it. Or if not even emotion, then at least a certain kind of intelligence. Oh, are you locking me in? Is that what you're doing, Coda? Alright. I will succumb to this prison. Okay. Whoa. Can I get off? Ah, I should have tried to get off. But yeah, and so I love that about art.
Prison, funny enough,
here we go.
in Coda's original design, the doors stayed shut for a full hour before letting you go. If you don't mind, I think we're gonna skip that.
Nah, believe me, I don't mind. Oh, and we're going down again.
This is something that he and I used to argue about a lot. You know, whether a game ought to actually be playable, whether it means anything if no one can get through it. And I would always defend that, you know, all this work goes into the game, why not make it playable and accessible? And so we just got into heated arguments over it, and there was one time that after one of these conversations, he went home, and a day or two later, he sent me a zip file entitled Playable Games that was full of hundreds of individual games, each of which was just an empty box that you walked around in and nothing else. Believe me, I played every single one of those just to find out if there was like a gag hidden somewhere. There wasn't.
But yeah, I think art is... It's beautiful because you can apply yourself to it, but I think sort of the intellectual side of art comes from trying to decipher what the artist himself wanted to convey. And sometimes it's obvious, sometimes it's not. I mean, that's why people will spend, you know, hundreds of thousands of dollars on art, and there are huge exhibits and things like that. These 3 dots keep showing up. They've got to mean something. Maybe it's like a signature or something. But that's just my view. And you know, again, as with all...
puzzle again, with the exact same solution as the last time.
As with all art, though, the definition of art itself is something that is debated.
There's still no clear indication of what makes this puzzle so special that Coda is going to return to it over and over. But I promise I'll share with you my interpretation very shortly.
Interesting. This is a much longer game than the last one. And he's definitely starting to ease away from, I guess, what is this typical Source look. And whoa. What in the what? You there, did you come from up above?
Begins using a kind of
What was up there?
That he fashioned out of the engine's chat capabilities. Use the 1, 2, 3 buttons on your keyboard to respond.
Yes, there were these floating colored blocks. That's the world above. You've been there. Now this is important. Did you have to get through a puzzle with 2 doors and switches? Why, yes, I did. That was literally the last thing I did before coming here. Again, perfect. Now please tell us how you solved it. Tell us the solution. Tell us how to get to the other side. Interesting. I can't actually tell them the truth. I don't remember how I solved it. I'm trying to remember, but I can't. You must think harder, please. Try hard to remember. It is so important that we get out of here. We must escape this prison. Can you think harder? There must be something more. Please tell us how to reach the end. My guess? Go through that door. Just get up and follow me. Come on, let's go. To freedom! To freedom! No? Oh, well, okay. Have fun. Sitting in committee. Oh, well. Hey guys, I think I just met.
Hello. How did you get here? Was that a puzzle you had to pass through?
No, I've been right here this entire time.
I suggest you go and see the puzzle sometime. It's not meant to be solved, but you can sit in the blank space in the middle.
Why would I sit in the blank space? Black space. I can read, I promise.
Oh, it's plenty peaceful. It may not seem that way at first, but you'll come to think so in time. Eventually.
Okay. Okay. I'll be on my way then. Down the stairs. To where the magic happens.
And so we make one last descent down to the final floor of the level.
Okay. Coda, you are a strange guy. But I like the cut of your jib. Whoa.
It's a lamppost. Okay, I can't tell you quite why, but for some reason, Coda fixates on this lamppost. It's going to appear at the end of every single one of his games from here on out. I'll tell you what I think. I think that up to this point, he's been making really strange and abstract games with no clear purpose, and maybe you can only float around in that headspace for so long. Because now he wants something to hold on to. He wants a reference point. He wants the work to be leading to something. He wants a destination, which is what this lamppost is. It's a destination. We're going to see it in the work as well. His games are just going to become a lot more cohesive, a lot more fully developed, with more of a clear idea behind them. And as we go, that idea will get clearer and clearer and clearer.
And the light fizzles out.
April 2009. That was a while ago. This game is connected to the internet. As you walk around, you can leave notes. All notes you see are left by other players. Wow, that doesn't sound like any other games on the channel, does it? Okay. Alright, well I think that's going to do it right now for this particular episode. Man. I mean, I can only say it so many times. This is interesting. But yeah, like, I could go on and on about, like, the definition of art. I actually had a really long discussion when Mass Effect 3 came out. I had this really long... it wasn't even a discussion. It was basically an argument about the ending. For anyone who's played it or was, paying attention to the internet whenever it came out, you probably know what I'm talking about. But yeah, art's a fascinating, infuriating, and lovely thing. It really doesn't fit any single mold. But yeah, I love chatting about that stuff. I think it's super fascinating. It's probably why like this and the Stanley Parable leave such an impact on me. Because yeah, they're not games in the traditional sense where you do something and cool stuff happens. It's more a philosophical thing. So I'm excited to see where it goes, and I imagine there will be some interesting little twists and turns that we have yet to see. But until then, thank you guys so much for watching. Let me know what you think down in the comments below. And as always, you stay beautiful and stay tuned because more of the Beginner's Guide is on the way. Catch you guys later.